Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review on a much nicer Sunday. And sun's out, although I ain't seen any of it, well, apart from a bit of gardening, but today I'm going to be reviewing Robinson's Mythical Amber Beer. Bought this from Lidl, I think it was Lidl. Inspired by local Cheshire legend, the Wizard of Alderley Edge, we have combined 5 English hops, pale wheat and crystal malts to produce Wizard, a more sessionable 3.7% ABV Mythical Amber Ale, packed full of flavour. Wizard has a spellbinding fruity and zesty hoppy palate, complemented by a magical fruit character. And you see amber, you smell malty, aromatic floral hop and red berries, and you taste zesty, full-bodied hint of blackcurrant. Now, I love this because you can read it, and even in this light, it's not perfect light, but it's readable. So, big ups for that. Down at the bottom, see, smell, taste. Again, you know, breweries up and down the country, yes, it's great to have a bit of story, but you know, let them know about the beer, make it legible, readable. You know, not everyone's got, I mean, I've got good eyesight, but some of these beers these days, the colour's not right, and you look and they're using the wrong font, and it just makes it very hard to read, unless you're in perfect light. And my blooming dog's going to open the shed door. Thanks, Charlie. So, get a pour. So, still decorating. Put 2 coats of this duck egg blue stuff on last night, a Wilko's paint, and I got up this morning, it's cracked. The paint's dried up and cracked, and God knows, it's on plaster over other paint. So, no idea what that's about. So, good carbonation and lacing. Nice amber pour, obviously. Slightly creamy head, off-white head. Ooh. Definitely get the red berries. And you do get the malt as well. And the floral. Wow, not many do you? Yeah, I mean, obviously you should be able, if they're saying that's what they get, then that's, you know, that's what you should be smelling. But yeah, so I'm there this morning, and it's one of them times where if it could go wrong, it does go wrong. I've got this cabinet that we've got on the wall to keep all the, you know, stuff that's kept out of the little ones away, you know, paracetamols, all that sort of rubbish. Put it up, one went in beautifully, drilled the hole, because I've lifted it up a bit. Drilled the hole, screwed it up, beautiful. The other side, I'd already drilled the hole and put the wall plug in. Screwing it in, and it's just turning, the bloody wall plug inside is turning as I'm screwing it. So I had to pull it out and get a different screw and push that in, and luckily it's held. So that was the first thing. And then I realised I had to paint it, because we had damp in there once and it got into the cupboard, and so I gave that a lick of white paint, satin paint, so it's great for that. And it's a pretty decent cupboard anyway, otherwise I'd have ripped it down and just lobbed it. And then put the toilet roll holder up, that's back up on the wall. Took the radiator off that was in there, painted behind it. Got the new radiator, one of these towel rail radiators. Put that up, and he's got these things on the bottom that you screw in, and they weren't quite the same as the ones I took off. And I had to go to the shop, get a few little bits to make it right, because it wasn't exactly the same size radiator. Got it up. It's fucking leaking on one side, isn't it? One side's perfect, even though they want the right fit, but one side was leaking a bit. So I took it off, and it pissed out all over. It's quite nice. It's sessionable. I agree with that. You know, yeah, pissed out all over. So I had to put more PCFE tape round, get it in the garden, wrench the bloody thing on really solid, and I've got it on the wall. It seems to be okay. And then I had to go and do somebody's garden, a friend of ours, their house is for sale, so I had to do their garden on a Sunday. I would have done it yesterday, obviously it peed it down all day. So, on a Sunday doing somebody's garden. I worked at Trojan Horse, you know, I battered my way through it, got it done in 2 hours. Which don't do my money any good because, you know, you only get 2 hours pay. But I got it out of the way. And now I've got to lay a lino floor on a Sunday afternoon. But as you do, when you do things, you want to get it done. And then you want to rest and have a beer. But I'm having a beer before I do it because I need one. So, taste buds are still a bit off after the cold. Even coffees don't taste right to me at the moment. So I know the beer's not quite... What are you doing? Here's my dog. A cocker spaniel who's an absolute nutter. There it is. And, he probably wonders why I'm talking to myself in the shed. Probably thinks I'm being a weirdo. Hello! Little does he know. So, taste. Zesty, full-bodied, hint of blackcurrant. I'm definitely getting the hint of blackcurrant. It's definitely there. Not as malty in the taste as it is in the aroma, which is, you know, different. Now, Robinson's another of my favourite beer breweries in the country. Old Tom, brilliant, 8.5%. Oh, one of the best strong beers, a top 10 in anybody's list who likes strong beers at least. Old Tom with ginger, the #1 ginger beer in the country that's available commercially and widespread, because there may be small breweries that do it, but you know, I can't get to every little small brewery. Chockmeister, one of their recent editions just before Christmas, I actually won a case of it from entering about 100 different brewery competitions, and I won that. I also won a t-shirt that I've not seen since I won it. I don't know what the wife's done with that. But yeah, this, I knew it was just going to be more of a session beer rather than anything that's going to be overly special. But you know, there is a place for every type of beer. You know, we can't all be drinking 7% beers all day long because we'd all be absolutely steaming, you know. And plus, I mean, you know, you're not supposed to really drink and drive, but what apparently this isn't going to hurt you. Although, you know, you can't condone drinking and driving in any case, but, you know, a pint's not going to do too much. And you're still well below the legal limit. So the fruitiness and the zestiness, I'm not going to read other people's reviews today, but the fruitiness and the zestiness make it somewhat different. You know, if you look at the bottle, not reading the back and knowing it's from the Lidl, you'd think it's a pretty much standard traditional beer, like the likes of Tanglefoot and John Smith's, or them sort of beers. But it's actually, with that fruit element in it, it's actually quite a nice, it's very different beer, and you know, it's actually quite a nice welcome beer, especially for an afternoon where it's quite nice now. And being 3.8%, it means I can drink it and then go into and then put the lino down without, hopefully without it ballsing up, but we shall see. Yeah, I mean, I've got a record of ballsing it up, so yeah, we'll see, we'll see. I've just moved the camera onto the slightly lower ledge, and I think that's better now, because I ain't got to lift the glass up here to do reviews. I did have it all the way up here, and you know, not easy at that. You know, I want to talk to the camera, relax. I don't want to be, you know, when you're doing reviews. But the weekend's over already. This is what you get for doing work at the weekend, you know. But most people are chilled out at the weekend. Think, sorry, I'm not doing nothing. Me, start decorating. But hey, things must be done sometimes. got room after room in the house where we've had plastering done, so it's ruined all these rooms now. They decorate, you know, you've got to redecorate, and we haven't done it for 2 years or 2 or 3 years, so some of them were starting to get ready anyway, you know. Although probably not like some people who don't decorate, you know, 10, 15 years before they decorate, you know. We're not like that, unfortunately. My wife gets bored after a year of seeing the same paper. So, to break this down, lovely amber colour. Nice white head, good carbonation and lacing. The aroma, malt. What was it on? I did get floral. I didn't get much hop, to be fair, and I did get the berries. On the taste side of things, I did get the zesty, bit of blackcurrant, bit of malt, not much, to be fair, and a very pleasant tasting beer, you know. And nothing too strong, you know, so at least I can, not that I really bloody want to, but at least I can crack on and do some more work. I'll sit down tonight by, what time is it now, about 5 o'clock. I'll sit down about 8. Thanks for watching, see you soon.